Hi there, and welcome to OneTake with Arruda. This is the place where I talk about a variety of different things. Usually some questions get sent in, which we're going to be doing some episodes on that as well. But right now, I rely on David Gomez, who's here at ROSS Intelligence and Enterprise Development, and he helps me out and gives me topics to talk on. So, David, what am I talking about today?
So Andrew, there's a lot of talk about using AI. A lot of companies use the term AI. Really, what is that? What's the definition of AI?
That's a good question, and something that I think a lot of folks would love to hear a bit more on. So artificial intelligence, the word itself, is something that actually dates back quite a bit of time. So the field of artificial intelligence is not actually new, although sometimes you're hearing more and more about it, because now a lot of breakthroughs have actually enabled it, and a lot of the things that folks had thought about were being possible are now possible. But the term artificial intelligence, very generally, means teaching a computer system to do a task that was thought to be a human task. And so it's a pretty big, wide term. The way at ROSS Intelligence we like to talk about artificial intelligence is that it's an umbrella term. It covers four main things, and those four things are natural language processing, machine learning, vision, and speech recognition. So I'll chat very quickly on each one of those things to give you an idea of what they do. So natural language processing is the ability for computer systems to understand the way we as humans communicate. So whereas before, systems had to rely on things being programmed and put in charts so they can read it, now, just like you could do with ROSS, you could just ask it a question in natural language. It breaks down your question, it looks at the words in that question, it looks at the relationship of those words on each other, and it deciphers intent. So when you hear natural language processing, think computers being able to actually understand the way humans communicate. The second big thing that you've probably heard a lot about is machine learning. That's another component of artificial intelligence. Now, machine learning is allowing a machine, a computer system, to learn through interacting and through repetition. So a quick example of this, you want to teach a machine, computer system, to be able to identify images of a cat. What you would do is feed it and show it a bunch of pictures of a cat as well as some other animals and ask it how to identify, and there's different techniques on how to start to teach these systems to be able to actually start identifying these pictures without any human intervention at all. So that's machine learning. The other two are things that you see every day. So speech recognition, that's the ability to verbally, out loud, communicate to a system and have it understand you. So when you say, "Okay, Google," and you ask a question to that system, or perhaps, hey, it is OneTake, so I'll keep it live, but hey guys, how are you? When you go in and you do something and you ask Google a question, or perhaps you're asking Alexa, it's the ability for a system to be able to essentially hear our voice, translate that into words, and understand you. So you see that in Siri, you see that in Google Home, you see that in Google Now. There's a whole bunch of tools. And actually, Microsoft recently said that their system is actually at the same level as a human ear. Very exciting. The last one is visual recognition. So I used that example earlier when I talked about machine learning. And that's the ability for systems to identify images and be able to tag things immediately. So you may think that sounds a bit far-fetched, but think about this. Next time you go to upload a photo on Facebook, for example, back in the day you notice you had to usually tag your friends. Now they'll suggest who's in that photo, and a lot of the time it's pretty spot on. It's because they've put in that machine learning and used your past inputs as training material to be able to train that system. So, David, you were right. Artificial intelligence is something needs to be clarified. I hope I did a very good job in the brief time that I have. So just quickly in summary, artificial intelligence, teaching a computer system how to do a task that was thought to be human. The term itself is an umbrella term. It encapsulates four things. It encapsulates natural language processing, machine learning, visual recognition, and speech recognition. Provided some examples there. If you'd like to learn more about that, there's a white paper I put together for ILTA on the topic of artificial intelligence. You can visit our website below. David, you could do your magic and put it there. And looking forward to more episodes of OneTake. Thank you very much.
Somebody show me the sign that and I don't know what to do. I never fix it, stand the thing like it's over. Maybe because